everyone, this is Debbie at Deb's Designs, etc. So I'm going to try and do a quick little tutorial to help you with the mug rugs that we were doing in our crochet class this past Saturday. This is the pattern that we were using. Sorry for the glare on that. And I'm just going to try and make you a little visual so that will perhaps help you, something you can follow along. So first off, we need to make our slip knot to put on our hook. So I know some people were struggling with it in their hands. If you do it on your leg or on a table in front of you, this is our working yarn over here, and this is our end. Put the end under the working yarn so that you have a loop. And then you can either use your hand or your hook, go into the loop, and grab your working yarn and pull it through. And then just pull. And there's your slip knot. Now obviously that's too loose. Just pull on your working yarn, the longer piece, not the tail, and tighten it up on your hook. Alright? And the first step for our mug rugs is to chain 4. So we yarn over from back to front and pull it through the loop that was on our hook, and that's 1 chain. 2, 3, 4. All right, then we have to join it to this end where we started to make a circle. So you just go into your stitch right here. All right, so you've got this. We kind of try and pull the tail down to keep it out of our way. All right, I like to use these 2 fingers to hang on to the tail or the work so that everything's not slip sliding around on the hook. Yarn over back to front just like before and pull through both loops that were on the hook. And this is what you should have. And if you pull on it, you have a circle, a hole in the middle. And we're going to be working into this hole that I'm sticking my finger through. All right. The next step is to chain 2. Yarn over, pull through the loop. 1, yarn over, pull through the loop. 2. Now we're going to do 10 double crochets inside the ring. That means we're going to go into this hole in the middle of our circle. Double crochet, you yarn over, you bring your hook down and go into the center hole that I've been showing you. Grab your working yarn, pull it back through the hole. So now you have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, back to front, always back to front, and pull it through the first 2 loops on your hook. And you have 2 left. Do it again. Yarn over, back to front, pull through the last 2. You just made a double crochet right here. We need 9 more, all in the same spot. So I'm going to try and go slow so that you can just watch this. I know it's repetition, but if this is new for you, hopefully it will help you. Yarn over, back to front, pull through 2, pull through 2. So I've got 3 now. Yarn over, into the center, bring the yarn back up, pull through 2, pull through 2. Yarn over, go into the center. You can see the center's becoming easier to find because the previous stitches we did are keeping it open. So I went through, I'm grabbing the yarn, bringing it back up. Now I can complete the stitch. Pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yarn over, go in the center, grab the yarn, bring it back up through the hole. See, it's right there. Yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. And you may have to, as you get towards the end, just kind of squish them up so you've got room to work. Yarn over into your center. Just keep moving that tail out of our way. I brought the yarn back up through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over, go into our hole, grab our yarn. I'm sorry, I need to keep turning it towards me so you can see it. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So how many have we got now? This was our beginning chain. I'm not really counting that. Sometimes patterns will tell you to count that. But this told us to do 10, not counting that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I need 2 more. Yarn over, go into the center, grab the yarn, working yarn, it's behind your piece. I'm sorry, it keeps zooming in and out. I keep moving and the camera's trying to adjust. Then we yarn over again, pull through 2 loops on the hook, yarn over again, pull through 2 loops, and we need 1 more. Yarn over, go into the center, grab our yarn back here, bring it back up through so that we have 3, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the 2 that are left. So that's our 10 double crochets. We do have a little hole in the center, that's all right. When you're making projects in the round, if you don't want that little hole, you can start with a magic ring instead of the chain 4. And I do have a tutorial on this channel to show you how to do that. All right, so now the next thing we need to do is we need to join this. We have this gap here. We need to join it to make it a circle. So you want to join it to your first double crochet right here. So here's your stitch. Here's your double crochet right here. And that's the top of it. So we're going to go under both of those strands. I'm under it. Grab your working yarn and pull it back through. I must have snagged my yarn, so let me do it again. Go under here, grab the yarn, pull it through. So I have this, and I want to also pull it through the loop on my hook. All right, we just joined it. Now we have a closed circle. All right, round 2. Chain 2, just like we started this one. 1, 2. Oops. And now we're going to do 2 double crochets. That's what we did down here in each stitch. So we're going to start here in our first double crochet. And we're going to go under the top loops, under these, just like we did to join it. So we yarn over, we go under You see that? I went under both of those strands of yarn. That's the top of our stitch. Grab our yarn just like we did before on the first round. Pull it back through. We have 3. This is just like the first round. We're going to increase. So yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. That's 1 completed. We're increasing this round to make our mug rug bigger, and we want it to stay flat. So we're going to do 2 in the same spot. So let's do another one. You see how there's kind of a little gap there, a hole? We're going to go in there. Same place that we did the last one. Same stitch that we were already doing. So now we have 2 in the same spot. Now we're going to move to this stitch right here. Yarn over, go into the top of the stitch, grab our yarn, bring it through, yarn over, through 2, yarn over, through 2. We're going to do another one in the same spot. We want 2 in each stitch of the previous round. All right, so here's the next one. Right here, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. I'm going to do another one in the same spot. When we get to the end of this round, we will have 20 double crochets. All right, I've got 6. 2, 4, 6 right there. Yarn over, I'm going to go right here. Bring the yarn back through. Yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. Do another one, same spot. Grab the yarn, bring it back through. Yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. I'm trying to go slow, so once you get the gist, you can fast forward to the next step, so you don't have to watch the whole thing. So we're almost halfway there. So now we're going to go in this stitch. Yarn over, go under the top of that stitch, bring the yarn back through, yarn over, 2, yarn over, go under 2, go through 2. All right, now we need another one there. Make sure you do 2 in each stitch. This will keep your coaster, your rug mug balanced. This is also good practice to prepare you for making hats. All right, we're going to go in this one now. Oops. It's helpful if you keep your hook down so yarn doesn't pop off. If you have it up, it's going to snag on stuff and the yarn can jump off easier. So try and keep the hook, the catch, down. Yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. I need one more in that spot. Yarn over, go into that area, pull the yarn back through, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. Next stitch, and do 2 here. Going a little faster. You can rewind if you need to see it slower. I don't want to give you this long, boring video. I'm using a 5mm hook, which is the same as an H. You can use whatever size you are comfortable with. I'm using a worsted weight yarn. This is an acrylic. You can use cotton if you like. Whatever you like. You can also change colors in between rounds and make it however you want. Let's see, I'm snagging the yarn in that one. I'm going to pull this out and try and do this one again. I'm catching my yarn below. It's creating a snag. There we go. All right, I'm nearing the end. I'm right here. So let me see if I have the number I'm supposed to have or if I need to go ahead and join it. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So that's my 20. This was our beginning chain. So you might think you need to put 2 more there, but it's going to make your circle go out around. So we're not going to do any more. We have our 20, and we're going to join right here in our first double crochet where we started. So remember, to join, you go under the top of that stitch, grab the yarn, just like you've been doing, pull it through, and also pull it through the loop that was remaining on your hook. There's your join. All right, so you've done 2 rounds. All right, let's do our 3rd round. This is our final round. We're gonna chain 2 again. 1, 2. Very simple, repetitive pattern. Guess what? We're going to do 2 double crochets in each double crochet, just like we did the last round. That's going to double it to 40. All right, so we're going to yarn over. We're going to go in here, top of the first stitch, just like before. Grab our yarn, bring it back through. 3 loops on the hook, just like we've been doing. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, double crochet completed. We need to do 1 more in that same spot. Yarn over, go into that stitch, grab the yarn, pull it through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Sorry, had to answer a question. So we're just going to do the same thing around this round that you did the last round. 2 in every stitch. And I'm just going to go through and do it. I'm going a little faster. You can watch it slower on the previous round. I keep snagging the yarn. You can very easily pull your work out if you make a mistake. And pick up where you left off. Let's say I only put 1 here and I was supposed to put 2. You just pull your working yarn however far you need to go. Put your hook back in your loop and continue on. Very easy to correct crocheting in process. And if you don't catch it till you're done, it's okay. Nobody's going to know if you don't tell them. Alright, so you can try counting as you go. When I'm making hats, I do count, but this is pretty easy to go back and count. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8. This is going to be 9, 10. Whoops, I pulled it right out. 10. 11, 12, 13, 14. Sorry for the noise in the background. People are moving around. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we're halfway. Looks like a seashell almost. Let's finish the second half. 21, 22. Would you like me to slow down again so you can actually see it? And I stopped counting, so I'll have to go back and recount. But that's okay. It's not a lot to count. I'm sorry I keep moving it forward and back. I'm trying to work around the camera and see what I'm doing at the same time. So it's kind of hard to watch through the phone. Almost to the end. And you figure out how you're comfortable to hold your yarn. Everybody's different. This is how I do mine to regulate the tension of the yarn, and this finger's got the yarn up where I can grab it. Might not work for you. You just got to find what works for you. There's no right or wrong way. You got to find what works for you. All right, so I'm right here. I need to count, see how many I have. I might need to squeeze into here because I started, if you'll notice, this was our first stitch, but it's so tight from the join that I started in the second one. So you just count and see if you need to fit 2 more in right there. It's whatever works for you. It's all going to come together when you're done. So let's count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34. Uh-oh. I messed up. That should be 36. It's only 35. So guess what? So this is 34. I'm going to pull out the 2 I just did. This is 35. This will be 36. 37. 38. And we want 40. So I'm going to do 2 more right here next to our chain of the previous round. 39, 40. Now we join. I'm going to go into here, the top of this stitch, get my yarn, bring it back through, and also bring it through the loop on the hook. And there's our join. Alright. And how do I finish it off without unraveling the whole thing? Because if I take the hook out and pull, we know it's all going to come undone. So just cut your yarn, leave a tail, bring this over, pull it through the loop that's on your hook, and pull it out, and then tighten it. It's finished off. Then you can use your crochet hook or a tapestry needle, which I have one right here. This is a tapestry needle. I did a short little video with our sample pot holder from when we did the big ones. This is my big one. I never stitched it up yet. I'll probably do that later. So I did do a short little video on how to stitch that pot holder up. You flip your thing over, and you can either try and go through all of these back loops with the hook and pull the yarn through it, but that can become tedious. So I like to use a tapestry needle. You can use a needle threader to thread it that people use for real tiny needles. I usually just do it like this. I wrap the yarn around it and just pull it really tight. Slide the needle out and push it through like that. Can you see that? And then I just grab that little bit and my needle's threaded. And you want to try and hide that knot. So I'm going to go back through here and towards the back. So that's not terrible. There's also an invisible join. I don't remember if I did a video on that. I think it's in one of my videos that I learned from another crochet artist, Miss Tina. She's amazing. She teaches mosaic crochet primarily. And she does the invisible join, so you don't have a knot. Anyway, knotting's just simple for right now. So you just want to go under 2 or 3 stitches, just the back loops that you're seeing. You don't want to go all the way through to the front. See, you can't see the needle on the front. You just want to pick up, I do 3 of the loops. And if you split it, it's okay. It doesn't matter. And I pull it through. And then you will go back 1. This locks it so it doesn't get pulled out. So I came under this one. Can you see that? I came under there. I'm going to go back under that one. And I'm going to go under 2 or 3 more. Let's go under 3 more. 3 is good. All right, I pulled it through. So it's locked in right there. If for some reason this end was to come out, it would only come out that far because it's wrapped around there. And I do it however long my tail allows. I do it at least a couple of times because I just want to make sure it's secure. So I'm going back under the last one I went under and a couple more. And this should be good. Pull it through. Pull my needle out. And what I do, I kind of pull it extra tight and cut it right there, close, but don't cut anything else. And then when you smooth it out, see, the end is right under there, but you can't see it. It's not hanging out. And this was our beginning tail. You do the same thing with that. Just get your tapestry needle or your crochet hook and weave that in. So I hope that's been helpful. If you want it bigger, just go another round. Just do 2 double crochets in every stitch all the way around until you have the size you want. This is one I made. It's 4 rounds. This is 3. 1, 2, 3 rounds. This one's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I also did a single crochet border around it. And that's optional. It is in the pattern if you want to finish it off with that. This is, so obviously I did 2 colors. I did the first round, I cut the yarn, then I did the purple, and then I did the single crochet. This is a multicolor yarn that changes on its own. This one's really big. You could make 2 of these and sew them together to make a hot pad. I don't think they're really thick enough as they are. Let's see. I'm going to show you how to do the single crochet. And you don't have to finish the coaster off. In fact, it would be recommended that if you want the single crochet round, you don't. Trying to get this knot out. All right, I got the knot out. And what you would do, I jumped the gun finishing this one off. What you would have done when you joined here, let's just say this is our join. I'm attaching my yarn. you would have just chain 1 instead of 2 and then done the single crochets. If you want to change color, you will make your slip knot, and wherever you ended, go in with your hook. Tighten my tension up. Grab your yarn, bring it back through, and go through the loop on the hook. This is called a slip stitch. Just split the yarn. There we go. Okay. So if you want to add a different color, this is what you'll do. For the single crochet round, you chain 1 because it's a short stitch. And we're just going to do 1 in every stitch around because this is our border. So you go under the stitch, just like we did before. Bring the yarn through. You have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, go through both loops. That's a single crochet complete. Go into the next stitch. Grab your yarn, bring it through, yarn over, go through both loops, single crochet complete. Let me get a drink of water. Thank you. Okay, and we're just going to do this all the way around. Go under the top of the stitch below it, yarn over, single crochet. Into the stitch, bring the yarn back through, yarn over, through both loops, single crochet. And just do this all the way around. It makes a nice little border. I believe, perhaps, it's been a while since I did the other videos, the older ones, so I don't remember exactly what's on here, but I think I probably have a single crochet video. Go into your stitch, bring your yarn back through, yarn over, go through both loops. Because this video is already about a half an hour, a little longer. I don't want to keep you too long. So we will try and wrap it up. As always, if you have any questions, you can leave me a comment on the video. If you're in my class, you have my contact information, and you can reach out to me that way. I will help you any way I can. I hope this has been helpful for you to have the visual close up, because I know in the classroom setting it's a little difficult. So that's why I do these, to help you. And yes, I have been crocheting for a long time, but I make mistakes too. It's okay. We can fix it. And we are almost to the end here. Feel free to pause and rewind, fast forward, whatever you need to do that works for you. And this is something I like to do. This is the tail where we started. I'm just going to pull it over this way, and I'm going to crochet over the top of it. I'm doing the same thing for the stitch that I did before. I just trapped that tail under there. And here we are, and we're going to join. And I am going to show you invisible join this time. Get my needle. So we just, this time I'm not going to make a knot. I don't want a knot. So you've got your loop, you cut your end, you just pull the loose end out. And by doing it that way, see, I'm not unraveling it. And this is what Tina from Tina's Crochet taught me. This makes a nice clean finish. We're going to join, and it's just going to look like another stitch. So I'm going to go There you go. That was blurry. In the center of this stitch and come out behind it. Okay. Nope, that's not right. See, another mistake. It's okay. Let me pull this out because I'm splitting the yarn. I'm sorry, y'all. Making it take longer. But it's all good. We'll get there in the end, right? So don't give up. Persevere. We're going to go under both of these loops, just like when we're doing our stitches. And then we're going to come into the center of the one that our yarn came out of. So our yarn came out of here, right here. We're going to go in the center. And you can kind of pick at it a little bit. You tighten it until it looks like your other stitches. And that was my chain, so that's why that looks a little different. But this is a nice smooth join with no knot. Then you turn it around. You go under some stitches, just like I showed you before. I'm going to go under 3. And then I'm going to come back and go under this one. That's our tail from when we started. We'll deal with that later. I'm going to go under this one and under a couple more. And I'm going to do it one more time just to make sure it's secure. I'm going to go under the last one I went under before and go under a couple more. And pull it through. And there you go. And you snip that off, weave this one in, and we're good to go. So you can make your border the same color. You can do a different one, make it pop. Whatever you want to do. It's your project. All right, so I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions, let me know. And y'all have a blessed day. See you later. Bye.